Hello, shintigercurl here. That dude in the straw hat, bringing you an update video. This one's a bit personal for me, as a lot of you who are aware or not aware. I've been going through some deep problems because if you don't know, I have depression, probably clinical depression. So, and last week was a very horrible time for me. So I wasn't able to get much writing done, but this week, hopefully that will change. I'm going to get some counseling, specifically on Thursday, so there's that. And hopefully I can work some things out and be able to work through some of my problems. I'm not saying it's a be-all, fix-all, but it's better than I really have been. I've actually been talking it over with my mother, and everybody's just come out to help me, and everyone, fans and family alike, have been just coming out and just helping me out pretty much from day one. I just want to give a shout out to those people who bothered to try to help me out with this stuff. So yeah. So as for what's going to happen this week, I don't know. Griffoon, a very, very good subscriber of mine and a friend of mine from the CPR forums, asked me to do a video for Raw tomorrow because he has a Jewish holiday. He's a member of the tribe and all. And I told him if I feel like it, I might do it, but he also said that not to rush it because I've had problems, and he knows I've had problems. He's offered to talk to me about it, and he's been very supportive. And I just want to say thank you, my friend. And I will try to do something tomorrow if I'm feeling up to it. So also at the end of the week, I'm actually finally going to get some dental work done. I'm going to get one of this tooth pulled so I won't have so many headaches, because every time I have a headache, I have to take, where is it? Crap. Hold on a second. I have to find out who it is. See these? Motrin. Take 3 of these, and also I have to mix it up with a little bit of Motrin PM to help me sleep, because with this bad tooth I can't sleep because it will start hurting in the middle of the night, and I won't be able to get back to sleep until it's actually done. So this is, my mother's just like, she's trying to help me, and she's helping me get counseling, and she says that finally we're just going to get this tooth pulled out because it is contributing to my depression, because it's not, I can't think and I can't sleep with it. So hence why this is so late at night. It's not so bad right now because I just took some medicine, but eventually I will have to go back to sleep. But there's that anyway. So anyway, and now I get a lot of comments on my other videos. And this is specifically for you guys who are fans of mine or readers of mine who, if you don't know already, as I've said in previous videos, I am a fan fiction author. No, wait before you click off of this. I'm not the same caliber of fan fiction author as Miss E.L. James, who wrote that abysmally terrible 50 Shades of Grey novel, which was originally a smutty Twilight fan fiction. So fan fiction authors get a lot of bad press for this because they all think we're the same, but no, we're not. So anyway, status on that. Now, a lot of you ask me, I get this question a lot in reviews, in Twitter messages, and in emails and comments on my videos that have nothing to do with my fan fiction work, but they keep asking, when am I going to update Ash and Dawn together? Now, I'll leave a link in the description in case those of you who haven't read it, you can read it yourself. I will have to warn you, it's very, very dirty. There's a lot of sexual references and a lot of sexual acts, and just so you know, I know how now this is a Pearl shipping fic. Just came to me in a dream, and I've written a lot of Pearl shipping fics, but this one is different because it paints their relationship in a more intimate and sexual light. And also, before you say that I'm writing this for little kids. I've left their ages ambiguous. I never say how old they are. It is up for the audience to interpret how old they are, so they can be as old as they want. So, but anyway, I keep getting messages and requests from people who want to know when it's going to be done. Actually, I'm still very much working on it. And between my depression, headaches, and lack of sleep, I haven't been able to write much of anything, but I have planned on working on it. I will finish it soon, but I have a lot of other stuff going on. So I am working on another Pearl shipping fic. It's a one-shot, very long one-shot. I can tell you the title. It's called How I Met Your Mother. It's basically Ash and Dawn have been living together for quite a while. They have 2 children, Paul and Nina. Paul is set to go on his own Pokemon journey, and then the last night that he's with his parents before he gets a starter and goes on his journey, he inquires on how they met. So it goes into it's a long one, and there are some scenes that I think are probably the most romantic thing I've ever done. I've even shown people little snippets of it, and they think it's the most romantic thing I've ever done. So hopefully that will be done by the end of the week. Health, both mental and physical, notwithstanding, hopefully by the end of the week. Another fic I'm currently working on, specifically for a young lady named Peggy, a pretty little Greek girl who seems to, who I help work on her book. And I ran the idea by her, and she said she really wanted to read it, and she really wanted me to write it. So I've actually started to write it. And unbelievably, if you're sub to this channel and know my other videos, you know how much I hate Naruto right now, because of everything that Kishimoto has done, and the fact that the fans, well, at least the pairing fans, eat this shit up, and it's basically a portrayal of everything that was supposed to be, that Naruto was supposed to be about. It's pretty much been retconned of an existence. But I decided that I had an idea. Title of this fic is going to be called Naruto Days of Future Past. Now, essentially, I can tell you the plot. Essentially, it takes place like 20-25 years in the future. Alternate future compared to the one that Kishimoto shat out. The world is pretty much in ruins after a mysterious group of invaders came and just utterly wrecked shit. And Konoha has become something like the all-encompassing last city on Earth, with all the villages all uniting under Konoha, with Naruto serving as their leader. And all many of the rookies are still there. Big change. Naruto is not married to Hinata. He is married to Sakura, which he should have been. And they have 2 kids. I won't say woo. And surprisingly enough, Sasuke and Hinata are actually married, or somewhat newlyweds anyway, and they have a daughter. But anyway, I know there are a lot of time travel fics out there where Naruto or someone goes back into the past and tries to change things around to make him seem like a bit more badass or whatever you have. There are tons of fics like this in the Naruto fandom, time travel fics. But this one will be different because I'll spend like the first chapter or 2 establishing the world that the Naruto characters live in. It's a bleak world, and they're just surviving, not living. So they discover a way to transmit a person's thoughts and mind and personality back into the past. The problem is, the further into the past you go, the harder it is to come back, until you can't come back at all. So Naruto decides that he's going to transmit his mind into his past self, specifically at the start when Team 7 was just being formed, so that he can try to change things around. He can't come back because he's too far into the past, and there will be no point in there, and he won't be able to come back. So it's a one-way trip. So of course Sakura wants to go because she wants to support her husband. Sasuke wants to go because I actually change him around. Not so much that he's not out of character, but so much that it shows that he's actually matured. And Hinata comes back because she wants to support her husband, who she is terribly in love with. So essentially, they all come back at the start of the manga, and there will be changes. So, like I said, I've just started with chapter 1, so be on the lookout for that. What else? I will continue working on my Iron Kingdom, the history of Western Emerald, and I've recently, thanks to my friend Dante Nickens, I was able to get a hold of the next book, Reckoning. And if you're a follower of the Iron Kingdoms RPG or the game that inspired it, War Machine / Hordes, you want to. Now, the reason why I do those videos is because all the forums that I go to, and everyone is asking the same thing. They want to know more about the lore, the story, about what's going on. You can find the story in source books and faction guides that cost a pretty buck, but not everyone has that access. So I wanted to give them something like an all-important guide to say, hey, look, you want to know how this world formed? You want to know the relationship between these characters? Check out my videos. Here's where you can go to listen and just hear me talk about this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Probably after this, I'm going to record the part 3 of the history of Western Emerald, which is the Warlord era, and then after that is the Clockwork Renaissance, I believe. No, wait a minute. After that, I believe it's the twins, Damar and Morrow. So if you're into War Machine Hordes, you know who these two are. If not, and you want to learn more, just click on my videos and just check them out and educate yourself on them. But yeah, hopefully after this I'll start reading, because I'm not going to be able to get no sleep tonight. So I figured I might as well do something productive with my time, and I'm spending my time, and so I'm trying to work out a schedule where I can work on all my other fics as well as my book. My book's coming along very well. Nearing the end of chapter 2, like I said, I haven't had much time to write much of anything because of headaches and toothaches and stuff like that, and depression and what have you. But yeah, for those of you still interested, I can do more videos of me messing around with Fightcade if you want. Also, Salvation just got some new updates for some new cards, specifically for the Shiranui archetype and the new Buster Blader archetype, so I might do a couple of videos on those. I have gotten into Hearthstone, so I'm not an expert on it. I've just started playing like last week, but if you want to see me do a video on Hearthstone, do a couple of online matches with Hearthstone, leave them below and just let me know. So anyway, like I said, that's probably what I'm going to be doing the rest of the week. So just so nobody has to ask anymore, yes, I will be doing, there will be more Ash and Dawn together. It's just not going to be so immediate because I have a lot on my plate. So it's coming. A lot is coming. I'm actually working on an action adventure fic, and I'm just need to get all this other stuff out of the way so I can start working on it. So, but if you really want to support me and see me succeed and what have you, it's like I said, clicking the like button helps. Advertisements help. It's revenue for me. It helps me live, basically. It helps me will eventually pay off for my tooth. And donations are up there because, like I said, it's been a very rough time for me, and yeah, it was very rough last week. I mean, I was in bad shape. So if you are a fan of mine for my wrestling videos, a fan of mine for my One Piece reaction videos, or my Yu-Gi-Oh videos, or even just or for my work as an author for Pearl Shipping or fanfiction author, just support me in whatever way you can or are able to. I mean, you can't, like one of my friends did. She donated directly. It wasn't much, but I appreciated it. I mean, It's there if you want to do it. I mean, you can donate as much as you want or as little as you are able to. $1. I mean, dollar helps. I can't eat tacos right now because of my tooth. Like seriously, this is all I can eat right now. This, because it hurts to chew on this side of my face. So I just wanted to do this video just to answer all these comments and questions about when I'm going to update my story. But just to let you know, it's this week. I might write, I might not, depending on how I'm feeling. So all I can say is keep an eye out for your on your subscription box and support as best as you can. And also, if you really are for those of you who haven't read it, if you're interested in reading the fanfic that has apparently made me, that they have people calling me the king, go ahead and leave it below. I will leave the link below in the description so you can check it out for yourself. So that's my update video. So until next time, shintigercurl, I do the straw hat, saying goodnight and thank you for your support.